Okay, this is an experiment with the design of the wood gasifier stove. I've got an equal number of holes on the bottom, on the side near the bottom, and on the top, or on the side near the top. And no holes on the bottom. And I'm going to try this. If it fails, then I'm going to try doing 4 holes in here, or I'll just raise it up with rocks to let some air in. And if that doesn't work well, then I will drill holes in the bottom of this and then not raise it. And if that doesn't work well, then we know the original design is the best. Okay, it died once because it wasn't getting enough air, so I propped it up on stilts. Let's see how it works now. It's just now barely starting to pull some air through the holes, so this is definitely a bad design all around. The interior can needs holes drilled in the bottom. Okay, I put holes in the bottom there, and I'm going to see if it will burn without there being any gap down here, because I haven't put any holes in here yet. It would not burn without the stilts and the air coming in from below. Okay, I made another modification. Now the interior can breathe through the bottom, and it should work good. It was a pain in the ass though, and it's dangerous because there's sharp metal everywhere. So this stove isn't working well. It'll die down here in a second. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with it because its design is very similar to my other stove, which you can't really see but sitting next to it. Some things different on this one. There's more pilot holes, the holes at the top, that's what I'm calling them. So maybe there's too many in the smoke flame, the spouts of smoke aren't concentrated enough to ignite. So maybe I need to do less holes around the top. The radius of the two cans is a bigger difference. There's a larger gap between the center and the outer can, which means that maybe the gas isn't being heated as hot. I believe the clearance on the bottom is not as much. It's less clearance on the bottom, less airflow. I guess those are the main 3 that I've come up with so far. But I guess this stove is a failure. I mean, it's doing it, but not too well. Not like the other stove does it. Okay, here are all the modifications I made to the can that was not working. I dealt with the cans being the same height issue by raising this can up. And now it's a pot stand, and the bottom is higher up on here. Because I did that, I had to put new air holes here so that it has a good draft. And I left this spot without larger holes intentionally. In case there's a strong wind, I can put that towards the wind. Another change I did was I bent all the little legs in. They're not legs anymore because they don't need to be, and so it's more stable. And I put extra holes here for extra airflow. Now this is all below the level of the interior bottom can. The bottom of the interior can, as you can see right here. And now another change is that I cut the top off of the exterior can, so it's easy to take out and put in. Unfortunately, the can opener I used for that actually makes it really jaggy edges, whereas the one I have at my apartment makes an airtight seal that's smooth and you can never cut yourself on. So next time I guess I'll bring that with me wherever I'm working. I put larger holes in the bottom for improved airflow, and these are the new pilot holes. There are only 8 of them, and they're larger than the old ones. The old ones are those little guys right there. So I'll light it and see if it works better. So it's running now, but the flames are not very impressive, and it's acting like it could die at any moment. And I think the problem is airflow. I still think there's not enough air getting into the wood. So I'll probably drill some more holes in it after this. Yeah, look, it just went out. Okay, the last attempt didn't really work too well. I don't know, the stuff just wasn't working. So I made a few more changes. Another layer of holes there, and then 2 rows of holes here. And here's my first stove, which actually works perfectly. And all it's got is those holes there, and then a row of small holes around the top, and holes in the bottom like that, and if you can see it, a small row of holes around the bottom on the side as well. So this one works awesome. This one hasn't worked yet, but I'm going to light them both right now for comparison. Same wood, same lighter fluid, same time. Probably different amounts of wood because this one doesn't hold as much as this one. This one, my good one, actually went out, while the new one, it hasn't needed any help at all. I had to add some lighter fluid on this one to get it to light back up. Looks like it just started the whole gasification thing though. You can see flames coming out of those holes, and then on this one you can see it. This big flame here is coming from one hole. So we'll come back in a little bit. Maybe this one didn't have a terrible design in the first place. It was just that the wood wasn't as good as the first 2 burns I did, because these have the same wood in them now. I'm not sure what I did so right the first 2 times I did this, but I am not having much luck today. The pot's a wind block. I tried putting larger pieces of wood in there. I don't know. I think it's just doing really bad. Really bad today.